Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator, and we are still busy in our chop shop here. We have stripped down completely both of these cars. I have, in the meantime, gone and purchased replacement parts for everything that we've taken out that we couldn't repair. It took me nearly an hour to buy all of those parts. I really wish they would find an easier way to do it so that you could like right click and do it from in the inventory rather than having to keep jumping between the two. It's very time consuming. Anyway, I forgot last week to get our new point. We have a point that we have earned that we can go and select. Now, we are nowhere near being able to get this, which means that we can add in the paint shop and stuff. That's going to take a long time to go. I don't know if there's sort of a cheat that would allow us to unlock that a lot faster. If I can find one, I'm going to take one. I don't think that you're particularly concerned about me having to play the game through, and it's going to get too boring and repetitive. I'd like to be able to unlock, so I will look into a cheat to be able to unlock a few extra bits for us later on. Now, I'm sort of thinking, I'm wondering, level 15, we will be getting that one so that our successful repair chance increases by another 10%, which is going to be really, really useful. 100% faster part installing and removing would be infinitely useful, I think. That's level 2 there for faster unscrewing and screwing. That's 100, so that's all the way up there. This one here is instantly examine 9 parts. Not worried about that. We've got like the tire tread tester, and we got faster walking, 5% discount in the shop. That could also be good. OBD scanner. I should be going for some of these scanners. 5% more income. I don't really mind about that. I'm going for this one. I think we want speed. Part examination, I'm not too worried about that either. So let's go with speed at the moment. 100% faster part installing and removing. So we'll unlock that upgrade there. That is going to generally speed things up. Now, I have bought some tires and so on. I have bought everything. I mean, literally everything. If we go, it's taking a little while for it to all load in your own time. There we go. Right, everything's loaded in a minute. If I just go by name, and this will give you an idea of the amount of stuff that we've got here now. Absolutely phenomenal amount of stuff. Look at all those pistons and piston rings, and then we go through the tires, rocket arms. So it's just like it's 32 rocket arms to replace the 32 that are there. You get the idea. Now, these here, the race tires, I actually bought 4 of the same, and then I realized that we've actually got 2 different ones. So I'm assuming the bigger ones go on the back rather than on the front. That's my assumption. Anyway, these tires, let me just show you a minute. We want the race tire 275 60R16. Race tire B is the one that we want. So we come out of here and we go into the shop, and we're going to go and take a look at these tires. I'll show you what these are like. Okay, the other ones were cheaper. The other vintage tire Bs were actually cheaper. It's these race tires here. So we're on 16. We want 275 on the width. There we go, 275, and they are 60 profile. $1,210 for those. So 2 of those were $2.5 grand, and then we brought that back down, and then the other 2 were 2,000. So we almost $5 grand on tires for just one car. That's obscene. That is absolutely and utterly obscene. I don't know which car it was that one went into. I really don't. I didn't pay attention to the wheels before we put them on. If you look into car status, I mean, maybe it'll tell us in here, actually. If we go and take a look, front suspension, engine head cover, rocker arm, does it say wheel? Wheel hub, steering wheel. It says the steering wheel, but it doesn't actually tell us right. Wheel hub, water pump. Okay, so what was it that I was looking for? It was race tire B, so maybe it's up here. Rim Retro 06. Race tire B. There we go, race tire B. So it's this yellow vehicle over here that had those really expensive ones, and then this one had the other ones on it. I think to start with today, we're going to start putting the engine back together. So if I just click on here, and then I go part mount, we can start putting it all back together. Now, this is going to take a while. So I've got all the bits. Well, I'm hoping that I've got all the bits. I'm hoping that I've got absolutely everything in here. It does actually already feel a little bit quicker using these. I don't know if it's like just me or if it is actually making a slight difference already to the speed that we're putting these things in. I know that the screwing and the unscrewing thing, that proved to be an absolute godsend when we first got that into place. So we can put the pistons in. We want that one, and we've just got to do this like a dozen times. We can put that one on there. It's very bright light, this. Let's spin round and see if it's a little bit... That's better. It's a little bit better over this side. So we can get those two. And we can put that one on. I'm hoping also that I've managed to get the necessary missing parts as I was going through. I think I have, but I'm not entirely certain. There may be some parts that I'm missing, but I think I got most of them. Because obviously there was a few that we were missing as we were going through, so I think I managed to get them. And I mean, I'd be very pleased with myself if I have, I got to be honest. I don't know if I did. There was the clip B, and I'm pretty sure I remember to get the right ones on there. So we've got, it was like 3 or 4 clip B, I think it was, that we needed. So I made sure that I had 4 in total, which I think is the right amount. The engines are the same. There's some other bits that are different on like the rest of the cars, but generally a lot of it is nearly identical. So it's nice and easy to keep them together. And then once we've done this, what we're going to do is we're going to take them both to the track and we're going to test them out. One of them we're going to sell. You can see, before I left you at the end of last episode, I had about $50,000. All the spare parts that I've had to buy in order to be able to redo these 2 cars have set me back $44,000. It was just over 50 grand that we had, and we are now way down. So yeah, $44,000 in spare parts for these 2 cars. That's an obscene amount of money. It's absolutely disgusting amount of money. It really is. Utterly disgusting and obscene. Right, so I got that there. I got one of those. If I move over, there's another one there. There is there is 3, and I've got them all on. So we can put the oil pan on. Bought some new oil pans. And I've also got the oil filters. One of them had an oil filter missing, although we didn't have an oil pan missing this time. I think that'll do for a moment. Hang on, no, we want to go like that, and then we go to the engine stand, and we rotate, no, rotate again. There we go. So it's up that way up. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get it that way up. And we can go back into the engine, and we go to part mount, and right, we're not going to be putting that bit on over there. We'll put the ignition coil. Oh, no items. Did I not get ignition coil B? No items to work with. Ah. I did not get the ignition coil. I didn't see that coming. So we can put that one in there. We'll put the cam gear down on there. So we've got to get the ignition coil. I will get that one in just a moment. I got that one up there. Let's go down here. Let's put these bits on first down here. So we can get all of these into place. We've got timing cover. That will go on there. And do that one up. So ignition coil B. Does that mean I need 2 of those? I'm pretty sure I know what that would be. The ignition coil must have been missing on both engines when we were taking them apart, which is why I didn't have any in there to replace. Because otherwise I would have replaced it. I'd have seen it and I would have replaced it. So yeah, that is my theory on there. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to that theory, is that the reason we don't have ignition coil B is because I didn't have any of them available when I was hunting around and getting all the parts. So we got one missing. I got fuel filter there. I got that one is done. I want the serpentine belt to go in there. I've got a radiator fan. That one's got to go on. And one of those was missing when we first did it. Oh, no. No, they were both there. They were both okay. It's just that I've only had to replace one. So let's go up here. We want the ignition distributor to go in there. And then we've got the distributor cap. That one could go back on top. And then we've got clip B. Now, we had one clip B on one of them, and the other one didn't have it at all. It was missing. So I've bought 3 more clip Bs, and they should all be there to go in place. At least that's what I'm hoping. So we've got this round here. Let's just see if we got anything else missing. The engine heads, they were expensive, and I had to get 2 of those. No, they weren't that expensive. It was the engine block was $2,500. And unfortunately, I had to replace both of them. That was a little bit unfortunate. I was disappointed with that. I thought that we could have done better there, but never mind. Hopefully next time, if we can increase the, if we can level up just once more, we should be getting a lot closer to being able to do that. Valve push rods. 32 valve push rods are ready and waiting, as well as 32 rocker arms as well. It's very, very bright on this, isn't it? I can't hardly see any of these because it's all brand new and shiny. It's reflecting back. So yeah, I did get 32 each of these. Come in and we'll do that one in there. And then that one. So it's already faster being able to put these in. I am noticing a significant difference on this. One thing that I would like to do is, like I say, I'd like to advance on a little bit further so that we can like get the painting and do stuff like that. Although I'm thinking that for the next couple of episodes after this, I'd like to try and explore a couple of bits we haven't really done anything to. One is one of these vehicles we're gonna keep, and one of them we're gonna sell. We're gonna test them out at the track. So we keep one of them and we sell one of them. So I mean, obviously, it's just going to be the one that I like the most when I take it to the track. We'll take it to the airport and have a spin around, and we'll take it to the track and we'll test it out a little bit, sort of see what we can do. Oh no, I need to do up that bolt. That's why it's not doing. You can hardly see it here. It's so bright and glary. I don't know how bad this is going to be for you guys watching this, but it's not very good for me. Those I did cover A. Yes, I did replace those. I think there was some cover A's missing. And I only did one. I got two of them. I got two cover A and I got two cover B for the other side. I'm hoping that was actually the right way around. But there was one of them missing, I think. And we've got a whole host of spark plugs to go in. And a load of these. It's surprising just how much some of this stuff cost when I was putting it together. Absolute fortune it was. It was genuine fortune, some of this stuff. Right, let's put those in there. And do up those bolts, and then we can come down through, whiz right the way down through, really, really easy and quick and fast. And we can start putting in all these valve push rods. So I'll go up through, I'll do all of the valve push rods next. Get those in. And again. And I think what we'll do is as soon as we've done this engine, we'll take it off the crate. And then we'll get the other engine and we'll put that one together as well. I think you can do that. I think that it's okay once you've got them on there. So we put those on there like that. And now if I zoom in a little bit, I can do the rocker arm on there. Do that one up, and we'll go up through and we'll do all of these 8 rocker arms down this side. So 16 rocker arms we've used up so far, and 16 valve push rods. And it is a valve push rod, isn't it? Yeah, valve push rod. 16 of each that we've used up. So then we'll be able to go back through and use another 16 on the second engine. Yeah, I'd like to keep one of them, but then once we sort of tested and we decided which one we're going to keep, then I would like to use the tuning, because I've got the tuning DLC, that's all installed, it's there ready to go, but we haven't actually done anything with it. I did like get one upgrade, I think. So what we're going to do is we'll use that, and we'll make use of it, and we will like do some fine tuning on the one that we're going to keep. We're going to tune that one up to the absolute maximum that we can all the way through. We'll spend a fortune on it. I don't know if it's actually going to be worth it or not. We may end up ultimately finding out that it's definitely not worth all of that time and that effort. Right, ignition coil B. I'm going to need 2 of those, aren't I? So let me just go into here, and we want to come back out of the tires. We want to go into the main body parts, main shop in here, and let's just go ignition. That's all we need to do. Ignition coil B. You know what? I'm just going to risk it. I'm going to go for 2. I'm just going to assume that we need both of them, and we didn't have any to start with. So let's move on round. Oh no, I need to change that to part mount again. There we go. So we've got ignition coil B on there, and then I can go back to the exhaust manifold. That one could go on, and then there'll be 2 more to go on the other engine. That's most of it done now. We've just got the carburetor and everything to put together on the top, haven't we? So everything down here, so is this bit here, not the engine block. We want the intake manifold, the new one, to go on there. We've got there's only 6 bolts on that one, holding that one together. Put those down there. If I can turn around a little bit, can I reduce the glare a bit? Might be able to. Then we got the carburetor on there. That one to go in, and then the next one to go in on here as well. So we've got both of those in place. And then over the top of that, you have the air filter base, which is followed by the air filter. And then the cover, like that. Do that one up. And that is nice and shiny and looking fantastic. Let's just come out over there. I think that's everything. I think that is absolutely everything in place on that engine. There is nothing else that has got to go in that one. The clutch and everything, we're not going to be putting that on now. That wouldn't really work, I don't think. So we go to the engine stand, and then we go rotate, take engine off of crate like that. And so then I can go to the engine stand, and I can add engine into crate. Right, which one are we doing? This is, oh, that's everything is already on that one. So actually, I kind of want to put that one over here onto that car. So if I go over here and I take the engine crane, yeah, it's that first one. It's over in bay A. We want to go first. So if I go move equipment and we put this to car lift A, I can then drop that engine in, and then we can start putting everything else in. So install engine into car. Yes, that one. So if I put that into the car there, it means that then I can come over to the engine stand and I can add engine into crate. No items to work with. Oh, you've got to start again from scratch, I think. Don't you? How have I done this wrong? Rotate engine left. I think I've actually done this. I've got the engine there, it's ready to go. But I don't think that the engine stand likes the fact that it's not here. So I got nothing to work with. I can't just put an engine block on there and start on it. I've got that one in there. So I'm wondering, yeah, because we got the engine here. Can I put the engine block? Let's go in a minute and we'll go to part mount and engine block there. Right, so I just put the engine block on there like that, and then I can take that one out using the engine stand. I'm hoping this will work. So, no, I don't want to go pull out. I want to move equipment over to car lifter B. And then we go onto U, and we will pull engine out of car. So now that it's out of the car, I can then go over to the engine stand, and I can add engine into crate. Yes, there we go. So that is how you got to do it. Because we stripped it down completely, it didn't quite like it. It got a little bit confused. Confused and confuddled, and it didn't quite like it. So let's rotate that. No, actually, that's the right way up. I want to go upside down. I want to be like that there. There. Okay, and now we can jump back inside this one, and we can go part mount, and we can start working on this. So we want to put the crankshaft in there, like that, and I'm going to come down here. Now, we've obviously got the bright glare again, which we've got to contend with. It shouldn't take too long. So we can work our way back through on these rod caps. Put that one on there. It's faster to take these apart, I think, than it is to strip it, to put them back together. Although it's getting faster now putting them back together, I think. It is starting to get, mainly because I'm starting to get the hang of where everything goes on the engine, so I'm kind of getting a bit quicker at sort of identifying exactly what's got to go where and what order it's got to go in, so that I can sort of work with it a little bit faster. And which is great and all. We do want to have a look at some different types of cars, and we do want to do things different. So like I said, we're going to go and take a look at the tuning DLC, and we're going to tune a vehicle as absolutely, completely, as totally as we can. I want to get as much as we possibly can out of it and do as much as we possibly can with it in order to get the maximum tuning on the vehicle. And we could also see if it's going to increase its value very much. See what it does in a way of generating us some more income if we do go to the time and the effort of tuning it all the way up to absolute maximum. See, I don't know if it will. I don't think it will make anywhere near as much money spent, per hour spent as we will just by literally just throwing the cars back together again. Although I'm hoping that we do make something, because we got no money at all now. We've absolutely spent everything. Especially it was the tires. Those tires were ridiculous. Nearly $5,000 in tires just for one car. That is terrible. That's a phenomenal amount of money. Now, I suppose a lot of you watching who actually know things about cars are probably saying, well, actually, no, that's what you'd expect, Frith. Don't be surprised. You've actually, you've done pretty well. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been far more expensive than that. Although, I didn't actually go looking through the combination, so I'm not sure if there is any, really, really much more expensive than that. I'm assuming there is somewhere. There's almost certainly going to be considerably more expensive ones than that somewhere. Let me just come out of there, and we'll go onto the engine stand. We will flip this one back up the right way. There we go. And, right, if I come around to the side over here, I go onto the engine very quickly, and then we go part mount mode, and we scroll down here. So, power steering pump. Drop that one into place. On there. And, although, I am wondering now, perhaps if we didn't go, tell me about this between now and next week. If I was to avoid doing, if I sell both of these cars that we've got now, and then next time when we get a car, I completely strip it apart, and instead of fine tuning after I've put the car back together with all new parts, because then it's kind of make the parts useless, isn't it? So instead of doing that, I buy the fine-tuned parts already. Is that even possible to do? I don't know if we can do that or not. That might be worth looking into. So I'm not going to... I will... Obviously, to start with, I will keep the car that I think is the best one. And then, after I've done that, if it turns out that we could actually buy the parts, you know, the fine-tuned parts better as we go along... I don't know how it works. I don't know if you, like, upgrade the item itself or if you do it differently. Not a clue. So there's something that I will look into to see about how we can do this best, because I've spent a fortune on this thing. I've spent an absolute fortune on all these parts, and now if I'm going to fine tune it, it's kind of throwing all that money away, because I'd have to like replace all of the bits, won't I? I think that's how it works. We'll take a look in a minute. We'll take a look. We'll see about the fine tuning stuff. So let me just get rid of that one. Right, ignition coil B. Yes, I was right. We got both of those. They were missing on both of the vehicles. So we put on the engine head, new one on there. Spin around over this side. I can see what I'm doing a little bit. And we've got to go through and we've got to put all of those rocker arms back on. That's the time-consuming bit. So we come into here and zoom down in. If I move back down in like that, so we've got the valve push rods. I'll put those on all the way down through, and then we'll do the rocker arms. That seemed to be a faster way of doing it. It seemed to just sort of flow a little bit better. Put that one in. I think this is the ideal position for doing this as well. That one at the back, and then that one there. Excellent. Right, now we can start working our way down through on the rocker arms. I'm really glad that we've only got the one to do up here, because if we had the spring on the back of the rocker arm that we had to do up as well, this would be a rather tedious and time-consuming process. It's not the most exciting part of this whole process, I've got to be honest. But at least we're able to do this fairly quickly now. I'm getting more adept at being able to do this quickly, efficiently, and easily. Put that one in there. And there was a whole load of these missing as well, wasn't there? I just went and bought a straight 32 of them because I thought, yeah, we'll just do that and that's going to be the right number, because there was also some of these engine head covers were missing as well. So we had a whole load of bits that were missing off the engines, and they have now been dealt with. So we've got that one on there. I've got an exhaust manifold down here. We can put that one in. Put that on there. Do up all of those very quickly. Excellent. And last one there. And then we've got the spark plugs. They can go in very quick. And that's this side taken care of. I don't think there's anything else over this side I need to deal with. Nope. Right, that's everything over this side. So now I can quickly flip over to the other side and put that one back together. And this is where the bright glare is. This is really bad on this side. And put that one back in. I'll do it up from this side. It's not quite so glaring from this bit here. Come down there. Right. Now the valve push rods. This is the bit here. So if I go in there, actually I can see them quite well from this point. I don't know if I don't know if my graphics have like altered or something, but it seems to be a little bit brighter than it used to be on here. However, I'm hoping that that does ultimately result in a slightly better video, because you can actually see what's going on. That last one in there. 32 valve push rods have now been put into place, and we've now got the last of the 32 rocker arms to put into place as well, and then there's all of those in, and we are making some serious progress. We've done all the piston rings, all the pistons. That's all been done as well. So put that one in there, and we're slowly just moving down through. 3 left to go. So that makes 30 there, and then 31. Wait up if I actually put the thing in place. There we go, 31, and finally 32. That is the last one. Job done. And then we can put the engine head cover on and do these up really quickly. So then we've got 4 spark plugs to go in, and once those are in, we put that spark plug in there. I can barely make it out at the moment. The glare on this is so bright. I can just barely make it out. Oh no, for a minute I thought that I had an extra spark plug. I was like, oh crumbs, what have I done? Because I definitely didn't buy too many. I know I didn't buy too many. I was all good on that front. I absolutely double checked, and it was definitely, I needed 16 spark plugs, and that's what I got, because you can just set the number to 16. So we've got the ignition wires to go on there, and then if we go, I did already put those distributor caps on, and I put the clips, the clip B, they've gone into place. So we got this bit up through here, and I think that's everything on the front of the engine anyway. Have I got one missing? Oh, there's one there. I nearly missed that. Right, now we can put these on. The carburetor 4 barrel. And goes on like that. And then one on there. And then it'll be the fuel, not fuel, the air filter goes on top of there. Or air filter base, and then the filter, and then obviously the filter cap, cover, whichever you want to call it. That one goes into place on there. And I think that is it. I think that's everything that we've got on there. I think we've covered everything. I'm just going to have a quick sort of little spin around. Make sure that we have indeed got everything. We've got all of the belts and everything in place. Manifolds and all the rest of it. The flywheel and all of that, that will go later. So we go onto engine stand and we go take engine off the crate. So that one's ready to go. This, I'm going to put that engine in a little bit later, I think. You know, actually, no, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to put that engine in so that we don't mess anything up. Install engine into car. There we go. Right, that one is in there, and this one is in over here. It's the wheels. I've also got to do the wheels, haven't I? I've got to put those together. So we want to go install, and I'm not sure which way round it was. So we've got Rim Retro 11 and Rim Retro 6. I don't remember which Rim Retro it was. Let me look on here. If we go onto the suspension, we can go back onto part mount. And, oh, I can't actually mount anything until it's all into place. We'll worry about the body work in a minute. Let's jump into here. Go back onto the part mount mode. And that's all from under the car. We've got the brake servo can go in up the top there. And then we've got the radiator C there. And the battery, of course. We mustn't forget the battery. I think that's most of it, actually. I don't think there's very much else that we can do from up there. We need to lift this bad boy up in the air. So let's get that one up there. And then we can get in underneath and we can start putting all of this stuff together. So I think we want to put on the gearbox next. And go onto there. And, well, let's go up to the flywheel. We'll put this one on here. And then the clutch plate goes in. And then we have the clutch pressure plate. This is one that has the bolts on it. Got 5 bolts, 2 at the top, and then 1 on each other corner. Yeah, corners on a round clutch thingy majig. Yeah, I actually managed to repair one of the gearboxes. One of those was repaired, and one of them I had to buy new. So there's the gearbox in place, and then we can put the starter motor as well. That can go in. There we go. We can do those 2 up, and if we come back round, we've got the exhaust pipe here, the 8OHV something. I can't remember what the rest of it is. B, and then the other car, that one takes C. That's a different one. So we've got the cross member there. In theory, though, that cross member should have gone on first because that's what holds the engine up. At the moment, the engine is floating in the middle of the air, and so that bit I don't particularly like the fact that you can put the engine in place above the suspension cross member thingy because if I remember correctly from front suspension cross, but yeah, I'm pretty certain that that is what holds the engine up. So it makes no sense that you can put that bit in first without having to put the engine in. Or you can put the engine in first without having to put that bit in first. That's the one little bit that does bug me about this. Let me just bring that one over. I want to actually I want to lower down a little bit. Let's go on the steering rack maybe. That's what I want to get to. I want to get to that rubber bushing in there. I can't remember how many rubber bushings there was in total, but there was an awful lot that I had to replace. A huge number of them. So put that one in there. Right, that's the difficult bit to get to, is all of those the cross-member bits. The rubber bushings in there. So then we can go to the inner tie rod. That one goes on there. And then the outer tie rod goes through. Does up like that. And then we got the bottom suspension. Now, the bit that we got on here, I've got some more rubber bushings. They all go in together on there, and then I can do those up. One thing I haven't done is put together the double wishbone shock absorbers. So we need to go and do that. I need 2 of those. So go to join parts together. I want a double wishbone, a front spring, and a front shock absorber. Yes. So that will press together. How quickly does that work? It's fairly quickly, I think. Yep, there we go. And take the parts off, and then I want 1 more. Join those parts. I want that one, and that one. And that will do for this vehicle. So we've got both sides for this one off of there. And we'll worry about the wheels right at the end. We'll do that in a minute. Take parts. Okay. So now we can come back over here. And then if I go onto that one over there, I can go up like there. Double wishbone shock absorber. We've got the place. It's all pushed together. It's all in place. Then I can put the upper suspension arm. And that's got a load more rubber bushings in it as well. Drop that in. do that one up and that side as well. So that is those in place. Oh, I mustn't forget the sway bar over there. Do top and bottom up. That's my timer going off. I don't know if I'm going to actually have time to put both of these cars back together again today. I might. Well, I've done both the engines, but the cars themselves, I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do one car completely. So we'll finish this car completely all the way. We get the wheels done, everything. Absolutely everything done on this one. We'll have cap can go in there. And then next week we will finish doing the car and we'll take them... take one of them to the track and we'll sort of test it out. And we can also see then, right, this is what Rim Retro 6 is the one that we need for this. So I need a Rim Retro 6, and this is also the one that's got the different size wheels on it as well. So I want to go on there, and I want to go install Rim Retro 6 on there. Tire B, race tire B, yes, that is the ones that I want. So I want the small ones to go on the front. So I'll let that one start working a little bit, and we can go back over here and do a little bit more on this side. So we go to part mount, and I want to get that front steering knuckle in. And then if I come round to this side, I can put the inner tie rod on there. And we can go for the outer tie rod. Do that one up like that. Upper suspension arm. Drop those into place. Yep, perfect. And that'll do up there, but that's not actually fastening into anything, is it? That's just... Nope, I don't think that's actually fastening into anything because I didn't have the... I need the bottom suspension arm on. That one's got to go in. And then you put that one in there like that. And so that one actually fastens into the frame. I think actually, does that one fasten it? I think that fastens into the top. And then you've got that double wishbone shock absorber that goes into there like that. So that one there is actually fastening. You can't see it, but it's actually fastening onto the car itself. You just can't see the bit of the car that it's... joining up to. Let's not forget the front end link over there. We'll put that one in there. You know what? I could probably get a job in a garage after this. I wouldn't actually know what tools to use to undo any of this, and probably I am missing a whole load of bits, but I think I'm doing well. I'm pleased with my progress. I'm actually recognizing these parts, like sway bar front end link, and I know where it goes as well. Somewhere up the front. Things like that. And like, I've got the brakes going. They're doing well, so we just get that one on there. And so, oh no, I've got the wheel bearings going to go. The wheel hub bearing in there, and then the wheel hub cap can go over the top. That one will come on, and then the wheel as well. We've got Rim Retro 06. So let's go over here, and we'll take that Rim Retro off of there, and we'll put this one onto the wheel balancer. So that one can go on there. We can balance that one out quite nicely. And then we go back to this one here. And oh, no, I don't want to separate. I want to go install. I want a Rim Retro 06, and again with a 255. There we go. So that's another front wheel. So we'll just let that one put on, and then we can put these two front wheels on. They'll be in place. That's done, finished, dusted. We got nothing else to worry about. So we take that tire changer there. We take that one off. This one here I can take, and then I can go back onto the wheel balancer. I can put the second one in place. Yep. I'll tell you what, let's do the others while we're here. Install, I want the Rim Retro 6, and then the 275, this is the rear tyres here. So I put that one on there. I'm actually going to run over, no. We'll let this one just finish, and then we can go and put the two front wheels on. So if I take that one out, take off of you, and we'll put you onto the wheel balancer like this. So we got that one, it's the 275 on there. This one, we can install that one and the other 275. Right, while that one's making... We'll run over here and we'll put these two front wheels on so that we don't get them wrong. Because what I'm concerned about is that we're going to end up putting the wrong ones on the front and back. So we'll put those on the front over there. There we go. And if I come out of there, I can whiz over to this side and we can put this one on here. Go to part mount again. Retro 06. Do that up. And that one is all in place. Right, so we got those two front tires on. So now, what do we want to do next? We want to go onto the drive shaft on here. So we go to part mount again. Where's the gear? Oh, I can't put the drive shaft on because I don't have anything at the back to fasten it to. It probably would help if I had something to fasten it to at the back. So we put the middle muffler on like that. And then we can go to the rear muffler here, which is the V8 OHV. We put one on that side and one on that side over there. You know, probably would have put the leaf spring axle in place first before we did all that. Leaf spring on there. Now, this one's got rubber bushing front and back, which we've got to remember to put in place. So we'll do that while we're working on it here. There we go. Put that one in as well. and do that one up. So then I'm going to put that fuel tank in, and I'm going to put the fuel filter. Let me go over to the fuel tank. There we go. We can lift up. Fuel pump in there. Right, perfect. That's all in place. The rear shock absorber doesn't actually have a kit or anything. It just goes in like that. And then we've got the leaf spring plate in underneath, which then takes these leaf spring U-bolts, which we've got a few of. We've got quite a few spare ones of those. Put that one on there. So that's that side taken care of. That's all joined back together. And then we're going to start working on this outer piece over here. So I can put that one on. The rear wheel hub. What's then? Oh, the solid rear drive axle. That one's got to slot right in, and then we do it up. Putting a bit of glare on there. Drum wheel cylinder. So there's nothing actually major else to go in here. We just got the drum wheel, the brake drums to completely install, and then it's the wheel. And we're not going to put the wheel on just yet. I am now going to put the drive shaft on. Put that one in place. I've got 4 up that end, and 4 down this end as well. Just put those in there like that. Right, perfect. So that one in place. Rear shock absorber, the other one, can go on there. Leaf spring, which means that I can then get the rubber bushing there. So small rubber bushing in there. And then there's another one down that end as well, like that. Do you up. If I turn round a little bit, I can put that rear axle knuckle housing thingy majiggy on. Actually, no, what I want to go on. I want to go to the leaf spring plate underneath. Put that one in, and we've got 2 U-bolts to go on. Now, as we've already done both the engines are all finished. All we got to do is get the rest of the car put together. The other car, we just got to put the rest of that one back together. This one is now almost finished. Just got this last couple of little bits to do on here. Drum wheels to put back together. The drum brakes to put back together, I should say. It's brakes, not drum wheels. Although it might actually be classed as drum wheels, I'm not sure. You never know. I could be entirely wrong. It's happened before, once or twice. It has happened in the past. Wheel balancer, let's put that one on. We've got 1 to balance there. Yep, put you on. And then we come over this way. I think that's everything. Let's go on to here. And we go on to the part mount. We'll put this one on here. We've got the wide tyre on the back. I suspect that this car is going to be considerably faster than the other one. I don't know why. Well, at least it's going to handle better, just because of the massive tyres that this one's got compared to the other one. Let's just go and grab that last wheel that's balanced. And that one can go back onto this side. It should just be body work and interior work to do, and that's not going to take very long at all. Those just slot into place. There's no bolts or anything holding any of that together. So let's lower you down. We'll check in the engine and make sure that there is nothing left in here that has got to go on part mount. Go to part mount mode, and that will give us a hint if there's anything missing. I don't see anything missing. We've got the radiator is all in place, radiator fans, and we've done everything. I think that's all of it. Go to car status. Everything is looking pretty swish. It's all on 100%, and there's nothing missing. Piston rings? What? What do you mean piston rings? Don't do this to me. No. There can't be anything. Please tell me that there are no piston rings missing. I put them in. Did I not get enough piston rings? Oh dear. I'm really actually quite scared about this. I'll take the oil pan off the bottom. If I do it like this, I should be able to easily see if I've got anything missing in here. So we go up there, piston with conrod. Why is it saying a piston ring? I did the piston rings, didn't I? I'm sure I did. Take that one off. I can only access engine bay. That means I got to strip the whole of the top part off. Oh no. Oh, please tell me that this isn't the case. I'm going to put that one back on. And I'm going to put that oil pan back on, because we got that one. I had the right number, didn't I? Oh, please. No, but this was the first one I did. There shouldn't be anything wrong or missing from those piston rings. I can't think of any sound reason why that would be coming up. that it's saying that we've got piston rings missing. Let's just take a look in here. We'll go into engine, like that. And, right, it's by name. Piston rings are further down. Let's go in here. There's all those rocker arms. Right, piston with conrod. I've done all the engines, and then we've got piston rings on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 piston rings. There's 16 piston rings in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, where'd I go? 6, 12, yeah, and 16 piston with conrod. I bought 16, and I installed 16. I don't know, but it's making me very nervous. Let's ignore that for a minute, and we will go to assemble mode. So let's put the hood on. There we go. No, actually, that's the wrong hood, I think. I got an awful feeling about this. Normal mode. Take you off. And we'll go here, and we'll go to assemble mode. Right, which one is this? This is Chieftain TBX. Yeah, that is the right one. It's Chieftain TBX. There's only one that will go on each one. They're all going to be in black. Absolutely every one, because we can't do any painting at the moment. So we'll put on that door on there. And right body, right window. That one can go in there. And then the front window here. And then the right side mirror. There we go. Let's come around here. Need to go assemble mode. Headlight. The only thing I haven't bought yet is the number plates. Front license plate. That one's got to come off, and then I got to put it back on again. We go to assemble mode again. Headlight. I'll deal with the number plates in a bit. We'll worry about that in a little bit. Won't worry about it just yet. Front door, left window. That one in. Come on. Window. There we go. And left window A. Right, and then I can come around the back. We've got the rear window there. And then we've got the trunk. Yes. And we've got the left tail light. And we've got that right tail light. And rear bumper. And that should be everything. So we've got the rear license plate. That one can come off. Right, so I need 2 license plates. Is what I got to essentially get. Look in here. Actually, let's just see what the condition of those license plates is. Body. Should be on body parts. And that's the front bumper. I think I've got them sorted by name, haven't I? Where's the license plate? It's not in here. I have to go to all. And right, if I type here, I should be able to search it up. License. Let's try that. There we go, a license plate, and no, none of them are any good. I got 5. Why have I got 5 license plates? Right, I need 4 license plates standard is what I need. In order to make this work, I need 4 standard license plates. So we come out of that one, and we go to license plate shop, and yeah, I'm just going to randomly sort of scroll around through here, and oh, no. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to go, because I can't remember what I did last time. I don't know if I got the Playway or the other one. We've got Red Dot City there. And then we got Play. I think I did Playway last time. Let's go Red Dot City. We get 2 of them in here. If you do a custom one, yeah, that's an extra. That times 10 on the price. I think it's a little bit extravagant, so we won't worry about that too much. So I've just got the assemble mode. We can put that rear license plate on there. So we've got a Red Dot City one on there, and then we come around the front and we do the same on here, and that should be everything back together again. Humpty Dumpty has finally been put back together again. There we go, Red Dot City, and we are done. I hope we're done. I'm really quite nervous about this because of that whole piston thing. That's ridiculous. There's no piston rings. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 piston rings that are saying that they're not done, but I definitely put them back together. I definitely did the piston rings, didn't I? I put brand new pistons with piston rings. Oh, no, we still got the inside of the car to do. That shouldn't take very long. So let me hold to use. Click to use. I can't do it in there. I can go like this. I can go to assemble mode. And then... Oh, it's because I've got the door is closed. So let me hold to... I know what I can do. Let me go like this. And we'll move this one to a different place in the car. No, I don't want to go car status. Like that. How do I move the car? How do I move the car? Normal mode. Parts, inventory, car status. Car value, restoration bonus for frame condition is 70%. It's because I still got, mind you, $61,000 for this car. Isn't bad at all, really. Switch to normal mode. There we go. It's because I was in the assemble mode. Assemble, interior, that's what I want. I want interior disassemble. I want interior assemble, so then I can put on the steering wheel, which is that one right there. And then the front left seat is the seat 5 leather D, I think, is the one that went in here. And then that one there is the same. So seat 9 leather A is actually one of the ones that a seat 9 leather A that I want in both of them. So I want that one, seat 9 leather A. It's got to go in there. And so you front left seat, interior disassemble, you're actually the wrong one. We don't want you in there. And then I can go like that, and then I can put you. So it's actually, you've got to go to the same color one. It's just as long as it's the one with that color on there. So seat 9 leather A. Seat 9 leather A is that one right there that we want, and that will be the matching seat to go in the front. And then the bench at the back, there is only one. We've got the bench TBX, is that one there. So that is now done. Ooh, nope, I want to come out of there. Right, that should be finished. Car status. Right, that's all done. That's now frame condition. So global body condition is 98, interior is 94, frame is 70. $65,000. But it's this thing with the piston rings. I've done those piston rings. I definitely replaced those piston rings. Let's move to another location in the garage. Test path, no. Entrance, A. We're going to move that one over there. And then in our next episode, we're going to quickly put that one back together, and then we will see if we can take them to the track and we can test them. But I am a little bit concerned about this one, the whole piston ring thing. This is worrying me, because I definitely did those, but it's saying on here that we don't, and that might mean that I got to take the engine back apart. I really hope that I don't. It's just so much work involved with that. Anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. Oh, actually, there's one thing that I could do to test it, possibly. Let me go main gate like this. We want to just go to the abandoned airport with this one. No oil in engine. Yep, okay. We need to put oil in the engine. We'll worry about that next time. So if you enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me and get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.